5, 4, 3. Welcome to PeaceKeeper Reaction. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for joining us today, you guys. It's a, special episode. Today's peacekeeping mission, if you choose to accept it, we're going to be heading back over to the Reputation Stadium tour to continue our look at this wonderful performance from, Taylor Swift, you guys. Hey. Anyways, today's song, I guess we just did Shake It Off, which included a couple of new artists that I wasn't familiar for, and we're going to be most likely checking them out in the future as well. Charlie XCX is one of them, and the other one, nobody knows her name, but I will find out, and we'll do that as well. But in the meanwhile, you guys, we're going to be checking out Dancing with Our Hands Tied. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the lyrics for this. So Dancing with Our Hands Tied. Every great artist, as someone like Taylor Swift, I imagine when they're putting together their set list, they have kind of a show in mind. So they just did the kind of crowd-pleasing Shake It Off with two other featured guests, and the crowd was all pumped. So what will Taylor do to continue the momentum that she's accrued from doing that fan favorite, or that fan, I guess it's kind of a song that even people who aren't fans of the Swift are familiar with. So one sec here. All right, so I've got the lyrics up here, and is she going to slow things down a bit, or is she going to pump it up with already the audience in the palm of her hand? Who knows? Let's find out, though, right now. This is Taylor Swift on PeaceKeeper.
So you guys, I was wondering if it would be all right with you if we just had a thank you so much. I feel like it's really important to be honest with you guys. I have a tiny, minuscule cold. Do not mind this. This is just gonna be me blowing my nose. I'm gonna turn around to do it. What I really think we all need to take note of is how Giuseppe presented me with the tissue, like this. It's like the best thing I've ever seen. I've never been handed a tissue in with more presentation and commitment. Okay guys, want to talk to you about something. I'm proposing the idea that we spend some time with just you and me and the guitar. Is that all right with you? So one thing that you guys have always been really not just supportive about, but you've, because that sounds like you were like understanding of it. You've really encouraged me to experiment with my music and try different things, try different sounds, try different instruments. You guys were always the ones pushing me to experiment and grow. And I really appreciate that, because I have had so much fun switching up, styles of music, genres. And there are a lot of people in the music industry that thought when you start in one genre of music, you stay there because that's what people are used to and that's what they like. But my relationship with you and how much we talk online, how much we meet each other at the shows, or like at my house, or I know from our conversations that you guys are so all about lyrics and all about a feeling and all about if whatever it is that the person that you listen to is singing about what you happen to be going through or did go through at one point in time. I think that's kind of all you care about when it comes to a song. So I've always written songs with the lyrics, the feeling, and the melody in mind, hoping that no matter what production I added to the top of it, whether it took a turn for pop or acoustic or whatever, I always wanted for a song to be able to be stripped back down and still be something that you liked and wanted to sing at the top of your lungs. Secret, first sight, yeah, we love without reason. Oh, 25 years old. Oh, how were you to know when my love had been frozen deep blue, but you painted me golden. Oh, and you held me close. Oh, how was I to know I could have spent forever with your hands in my pockets, picture of your face in an invisible locket. You said there was nothing in the world that could stop it. I had a bad feeling. And darling, you had turned my bed into a sacred oasis. People started talking, putting us through our paces. I know there was no one in the world that could take it. I had a bad feeling. But we were dancing, dancing with our hands tied, yeah, we were dancing like it was the first time, yeah, we were dancing, dancing with our hands tied, yeah, we were dancing. I had a bad feeling, but we were dancing. I loved you in spite of deep fears that the world would divide us. So baby, can we dance? Oh, the one avalanche. Say that we got it. I'm a mess, but I'm the mess that you wanted. Oh, 'cause it's gravity. Oh, keeping you with me. I could have spent forever with your hands in my pockets, picture of your face in an invisible locket. You said there was nothing in the world that could stop me. I had a bad feeling, but we were dancing, dancing with our hands tied, yeah, we were dancing like it was the first time, yeah, we were dancing, dancing with our hands tied, yeah, we were dancing. And I had a bad feeling, but we were dancing. Kiss you as the lights went out, swaying as the room burned out. Hold you as the water rushes in, and I could dance with you again. Kiss you as the lights went out, swaying as the room burned out. Hold you as the water rushes in, if I could dance with you again. Dancing with our hands tied, yeah, we were dancing like it was the first time we were dancing, dancing with our hands tied, we were dancing. And I had a bad feeling, but we were dancing.
You guys, how can you not love that? So much emotion, so much feelings going inside of me as I listen to those lyrics, listen to her kind of speech at the beginning. So let's go into that now, shall we? So first of all, I've said that on this channel. That's what is so impressive and amazing about Taylor Swift, is that you can take her songs and her songs and any well-written song, you can be able to take that like punk rock song and make it a folk song and not lose any of the emotion in it and the spirit of it. And that's like any well-written song being done in a different genre is so impressive, and that's why it's so fun to watch T Swift, because her own songs, she'll take them and do them in different versions. You know, we listened to that rock song of what the fuck was it? I forget. Oh my god, she did the kind of punk rock version of "I Will Not Be Broken Up." I will not something. What the fuck? We are never getting back together. That's it. You know, she made it like a rock song, like it sounded like a '90s kind of grunge song. Like I could easily see Weezer doing that same song, and that's what's so awesome about an artist like Taylor Swift or Lady Gaga. You know, they seem to really take their songs and be multi-genre, multi-talented. It's so fascinating. So let's move on to the song itself. So you know, she did a stripped down performance, and this is awesome because like I imagine, and I'm only speculating, but what is happening is that like she's already performed for an hour, so her backup dancers and stuff kind of need 5 minutes to have some water, you know, to get their bearings together again. But instead of Taylor Swift taking that time off of the stage, she's going to perform an acoustic song so that everyone else, you know, can get their break, their 5 minutes to get their, you know, their shit together or whatever. And that's so awesome that she's like, well, I'll just go out and perform myself. You know what I mean? It's a kind of selfless. And I'm reminded of when I saw Pearl Jam in concert. And so I live in Calgary where shit's cold. And we get sudden bursts of like snow and storms all the time. So I was at this Pearl Jam concert and a freak storm blew in, and Calgary was just layered with snow, and Eddie Vedder, he came on stage like halfway through the concert and said, well, you guys don't want to go outside, it's cold as fuck, let's do some songs. And he sat on a chair and he had an acoustic guitar and he played songs for like an hour, you know, just because he knew that it was too cold to send all these people home. So like that like made me forever love Pearl Jam. The fact that and then they came out, the rest of the band came out after this small kind of intermission with Eddie Vedder himself, and they rocked on for another hour and a half. It was like a 7-hour concert. It was so amazing, and you could see, like you do with Taylor Swift, when you look at her face, that she loves performing. And when she talks all that stuff about, you know, you guys support me, you can really feel it in her emotion. She's not bullshitting. This isn't a game. She feeds off performing for her fans, and it's just so amazing. And that's what the experience I had with Pearl Jam. I was like, wow, you know, I respected Eddie Vedder before, but now when I see his love of performing, his love of his fans, it just took it to a whole different level. And that's what I see as I watch this beautiful Taylor Swift performance. So yeah, that was awesome. But let's end here. Before we end, let's read some comments from our previous Taylor Swift video, which was the Shake It Off. So let me just bring up the comments here, and we're going to read from the top comment down. Liza Murphy says, she's amazing, would love to see her live show in person. Well, I definitely agree with that. Dawn P says, I'm so stoked for the new tour. Got tickets to the Tampa show. This just revised my excitement for it, and I'm a 45-year-old Swiftie. Yes, Yellow Jackets is an amazing series that nails the 90s, coming from a person who went from teen to 20s in the 90s, loved it. My mom even loves it. That's so funny because I love the show Yellow Jackets. I talked about it in the previous video. It really nails the fucking 90s. And I was I was born in 83, so I was a teenager throughout the 90s. And it's funny that you said your mom even loves it, because I recommended the show to my mom, and she watched the first episode and thought she would hate it, and now she's absolutely addicted to it. So that's so funny. And then Don P says, I did see Nirvana live in December 1993. That's so exciting. I'm wearing a Nirvana shirt. This is a complete accident, but I never saw them live, so I'm so jealous. So just few months before his passing, had floor tics for that. I stood further back from the stage because of the mosh pit, and the few mosh pit in the front few rows was too much for me. So I feel like that too. Like, as an older punk rocker, I do tend to not really get in the mosh pit anymore. I'm kind of like to step back. I like to watch bands nowadays, you know what I mean? And then she says again, P.S. Nirvana did not play either Paper Cuts or Love Buzz. Well, you know, by that time, they would have had to be playing a lot of stuff from Nevermind, and a lot of stuff from In Utero. So that makes sense. But for me, I'm a Bleach guy. I love Nirvana Bleach. For me, that's like an amazing album. I just think it's so perfect. It's so grungy. It's so punk rock. And by the way, no Nirvana music in Yellow Jackets at all. Hey, how fucked up is that? Or Weezer, but they do have a great soundtrack. Anyways, Bobby RW says, I wonder how you'll react to Don't Blame Me from the Rep Tour, my favorite. Her performance riveting, her vocals insane. So yeah, I wonder how I will react to it. I don't know how much of this concert we have left, but you'll soon see. Ellie says, it was Charlie XCX, only song I know of hers is good ones. And for Camila Carbello, Don't Go Yet, Havana, Bam Bam, Psycho Freak, Senorita are all great. It's so bizarre you brought up Swift Marvel Cinematic Universe, as there is a Halloween photo of Taylor and Camilla where Taylor is wearing an actual Deadpool costume. That's fucking hilarious. Really? Also, Ryan Reynolds is actually in one of her awesome music videos, You Need to Calm Down, and two of her cats were on Deadpool's t-shirt as an Easter egg in the second film. That's fucking hilarious. Really? Why are they all intertwined? Robert Thompson says Charlie XCX and Camila Cabello were the opening acts for the Reputation tour at the time of her filming. Taylor known Camilla from her days in Fifth Harmony, but she went solo and released her first record in 2017. Charlie XCX is a sort of electro pop or pop punk alternative. She's a British singer and songwriter who started out at 14. Wow, that sounds interesting. That's maybe I should check out some Charlie XCX, you guys. Maybe 3 songs in or out. Let me know what you guys think about that. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you want to get your requests on PeaceKeeper, sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/PeaceKeeper Reaction. And for PeaceKeeper, I'm Nathan. Play safe. I can put my arm back on.